1.
Hi, my name's Mary Schultz, and I'm the owner and proprietor of Mary's Craft Room here in Johnson Creek, Wisconsin. And tonight I wanted to come to you and show you some of my great organizational, not my skills, but organization I have with my craft room that makes my business so much easier. I have a wonderful camera lady who is my organizer, and Lisa keeps me on the ball with everything. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna walk you through everything we have and how it has improved my prepping and my business by 100%. What used to take me maybe an hour to prep, I can have done in 15 minutes, just because I'm organized and I know where everything is. So right here is where I hold classes. When I have smaller classes, sometimes I have them in another building in our church, but otherwise my classes are in here. And so organizing on my tables here, I have everything in a tote. Yes, I have, these are 31 totes, but you can use any kind of tote. Each tote actually holds a whole card. So for my class, here's my card. Everything I need is in here for the class. All of their pieces are cut up. I put them in, each one gets a packet in a Ziploc baggie, and they get all of their bits and pieces. I've got all of the supplies they need are all in there. So when it's time for class, all I do is pick that up, put it here on the table, spread everything out, and it's good to go. So I have several classes coming up this weekend, and one that I just had Wednesday. Each one of these has a card in it, and I'm all set to go. I know where everything is. I don't have to look. I have, these are wonderful. I picked these up at Target. They were little easels for $1 in the little clearance aisle, and added some magnet sheet to it. And so whenever we're doing dies or cut and emboss, everything that goes with the card is right on here, and it's all at their fingertips, and they know what to do with it. Over here, I have another little 31 tote. At Mary's Craft Room, our saying is, it's right in front of you. Because if you are a crafter, you know when you're looking for something, where is it? It's right in front of you. So we had to put that on there. But now I can hold all of my chamois that I need for class, my dimensionals, my tear and tape, glue dots, everything is here right in front of us. So I just love it. Then I bought this little holder on Amazon. You can get containers any place, Walmart, Amazon, anywhere you want, Target. And it holds a lot of things that I need to have. I've got my catalogs are in here, binders with important papers I want, clipboards with my orders and with emails, things like that are all lined up in here, and I know where they're at. I can go right to them. And as you can tell already, I am a 31 person that love 31, but these are just some extra cards that I did for an event. So I just kind of have them sitting around, and I know I'll put them away soon. This was for a class. These have to be finished up. Again, they're all in a tote, so I just need to finish those up when I have some time. This one I picked up at Michael's, and it's got a spot for all kinds of stuff, so I can store all kinds of little things and they're not laying all over the place. Over here, I had this table. It was something that was broken at work, believe it or not, and my husband fixed it for me so I could go up. You don't have to have everything flat on a table. Going up helps you a lot. So I have my brushes, and yes, I did special order that. And underneath you can see I do some storage of things. And then on top, guys, I found these, a friend found them on Amazon. So when I have crafting, I usually have 6 people at the class. Each one gets their own little caddy with their tools right in front of them. And then now, our phrase, right in front of you. So then I can always wipe these off if I need to. This is just a little spare bag with some stuff in. And this is where I always know I have my adhesive. I made this myself about 4 years ago, and look at that. You can tell how great our Stampin' Up! Cardstock is, because that is like 4 years old and is still just perfectly fine. So I just keep a bunch of odds and ends that I need there. All right, so Lisa, I think that's pretty much it for our table. Okay. You agree?
Yep.
Yep. Over here, I just have some things that my lightest order that I've got to mark, things like that. So I have extra space for them. So next, I'm going to take you out onto my front porch. We call it Mary's Craft Room front porch. I have, I keep all of my most current stuff out there. So if it's the new, right now it's the new mini catalog, the January to June catalog. And so I have that out here. So come on with me out to Mary's front porch. So how we've set this up, I have a few other things out here, but mainly I have all of my current things, whether it's in the paper, whether it's in the new catalog or the annual catalog or the mini catalog. Everything is here. This tote, I happen to have all of my new stamp sets from the mini catalog, plus my celebration. So I have all my celebration there. So everything, and that's not celebration, that can go in the other part, but everything that I need is there, and I alphabetize it also. So that helps me to find it. I'll just go along there. Let's get the rainbow one right in there. And so these along here, I alphabetize. Down here, I've got a little crate that's holding my extra celebration and all of my piercing mats. And we use this front porch for a cooler in the winter time,
I got the food in there.
So we have a little casserole for anybody.
I wasn't supposed to do that.
That's okay. My husband has been great, and he has built me little things here and there. So this holds all the ribbon, and I haven't overflowed it just yet. It was close at Christmas time, so that's all the current ribbon. And yes, it is a little bit hard if I want this one down there and I've got to pull everything off, but it's still easy enough to stay organized. And this little rack I found, again, on Amazon. So I keep all of my bling, the new bling that's up there. Here's the little things for the gumball machine. So that's all up there. Little boxes. So the 6x6 papers are in here. Embossing folders, all of that kind of thing are all on top on this rack. And on the bottom rack, and they slide out so nice, there's all of my new punches. So everything that's brand new that I want to use now a lot with my customers is right at my fingertips. Now here, we got these on Amazon, and Lisa's been great at helping me find ideas on Amazon. So I put all of my paper in here. And I just found a new idea from somebody online, and look what they did. This is a 12 by 12 sheet protector, heavy duty. And so now instead of having it packed back into some sloppy paper, you know, the packaging is so flimsy and sloppy, I can do this and then just cut off 4 inches in the middle so I know what the paper is and I know what colors I'm using. And so I keep it in here, and it's just so nice and easy to pick up. So I've got one there. I've got another one there. I bought a box of 100 of them on Amazon, and I just went through everything, and I found what I needed to put in sheet protectors. And I really love that one a lot. So typically I try and keep the mini catalog here. Then these are more of the annual catalog. These are all the annual also, and celebration is down at the end. So visually, I know how that row goes. I don't have to label these. I just know in my mind what's what. And then I just have a bag that I have that's filled with kits. So when I'm going to an event, I have my kits easily at my fingertips. Now, the next thing I've been using the last few years are these rolling carts. I found my first one at Michael's. And I wait till they're on sale because they can be pricey, but you can get them on sale for about $30. And I found them at Michael's and online on Amazon. And so I had used my Cricut and made some letters for this one. But this particular one holds my overflow of punches along with the Christmas punches. And I keep this here, and then I've got a basket. This is Christmas ribbon and bling is in there. This is just some paper, so I have some extra storage. But if you look at that one, Lisa, that's all of my Christmas stamps. So I can work, I do craft fairs. I do 3 holiday craft fairs every year. So I can have everything out. I don't have to go digging, and I can work on Christmas all year round. And that is really a time saver by just having it at my fingertips. Here's my tables that I take to events. So everything's at my fingertips. This is my camera, my lighting station. So when I take pictures of my cards, it's right here. I grab it and go out in the other room with it, and we're good to go. Keep my catalogs back there. That's a little cash and carry basket that I found. So when I have card buffets or I have craft fairs, I can take that along with me. So now, if we go over to the other side, now this side is just a little bit messier, not disorganized anybody, but messier. So because I do so many craft fairs, I like to keep my inventory out in the open so I know what I'm doing. And I also let people come shop my front porch so they can, if they need a gift, they can come over. So I've got this, picked this up at Menards, our local Menards, and then I picked these up at Amazon. And right now you can see it's fairly empty. I really got wiped out at the Christmas holiday craft fairs, but I keep all of my wine bottle holders up here so I know what I have. And then I just have other things throughout. So I need to restock, and I'm working on that because I have 3 craft fairs coming up. So I can actually always look and see what I've got. And I need to take the Christmas stuff off, and we can do that. And just over on the table, usually this is set up nicely. I've got a nice card rack when I go places. And if I don't have anything going on, I do fill the card rack with all my cards. So it's on the front porch if somebody wants to come look at it. Another kind of neat thing, you guys, is I took a picture frame with a glass and just got a marker. I decorated it underneath, and I can write stuff on here. I have some Easter treats that I'm making, and I already have orders for them. They're little M&M bags. So now I know who wants what, and I can, without forgetting, I have it all written down there. And then, of course, I have a little shadow box with my logo. So I've got, and then I have also for organizing when I'm going to craft fairs or if I'm having card buffets, I always have this out so people know how they can pay me. If they don't have cash, they know where they can go. So I think, Lisa, that's it on the front porch, don't you?
Yep.
I will show you underneath the table. That's where we hide all of the shadow boxes for classes and when I have event or need to have events for making shadow boxes. All right, so that is my front porch. So my craft room, Mary's craft room, has expanded from just the dining room to the front porch, to another side room where my Cricut is held, to another room I'm going to take you into now. My husband actually gets the living room, and the kitchen. We give him that too. That's pretty much it though. So I'm going to shut this light off behind us. And Lisa, let's go into the original space. Yes, this was when I just started 5.5 years ago. I was going to be just a hobby demo for Stampin' Up. Well, that just expanded. It didn't last long staying right in here. So, but we have now made this so much better. With Lisa's help, I now have my paper so well organized that I have no problem picking up every night when I go to bed. That table is spotless because I can put everything away at the drop of a hat. So we have this 4-drawer filing cabinet. I have everything set up by families. First we have in color and the basics in this one. And then we have 2 color families and 2 more color families. And down on the bottom is actually my retired drawer. When you open it up, this is how we have everything. It is all in a file folder, all labeled, all alphabetized, and the system is I will have one that's open, and then I'll have a closed one, and in a sleeve protector we have the scraps. So if I am out of closed full packs, I know it's time to reorder. And it has saved me so much time, no more guesswork on what the heck I need. It's all right there. So if I'm placing an order, I might just go through every drawer and see what I'm missing. And it's super easy. So there's that one. I'll just show you another one, just like that. And there you go. Isn't that nice? It just so easy to pull it out and do my card and put it right back. So let's stay by the cabinet. Up here I have my little spinners for my embellishments. Those are some old style things that they had from Stampin' Up, but they still come in the round containers, so that fits perfect. Here's some more of my little magnetic boards. I just store those up here. I had this little cabinet. I have some embossing stuff. We've labeled everything, so I don't have to guess about that. I know what's in everything. We found these. I think they're actually little trays that go in refrigerators. And we found, we saw somebody online who used passport protectors. So this nice plastic passport protector, we put the open bling in. And then I'll put the full ones behind it so I can also easily look, okay, I've got that one, and then I've got three full ones behind it. So that's a great way of storing some of your bling. So this is all current as it's labeled. And then this one is retired. Doesn't fit perfectly, but you know, you get the gist, right? So that's nice too. I'll just pick up the whole thing and go out to the table with it. And then carry it back and put it right back there. All right. Well, as long as we're here and we were doing paper, I might as well, we'll open the cabinet. But first, here's just another one of those carts. This is all of my punches. Some may be retired. I don't give up my punches too easily. And they're so heavy, so they fit perfectly in here. And I've got a topper for that. So there's some old ones. So then I can use this as a shelf too. I have some Christmas memories and more cards that I still have to work on throughout the year. So I have my little Christmas 31 tote. We'll put that in. And then this is just some extra stuff that's going with it. So then on into my closet. Now that's not as neatly organized, but it's there.
We're getting there.
Yeah, this is how I keep my 12 by 12 paper. I just have like a paper rack here, and that works out great. So I have all my 12 by 12s there. I have some containers, embossing, adhesive, and down here it's my Wink of Stella and a few other things in there. So I try and keep this as organized as possible. Up here you'll see we have 12 by 12s all labeled with different types of paper. All Christmas there, kids' birthday, flowers, more flowers. Down here, this is all these are my caddies for our blocks, and you can see I'm using a bunch. So I have these four, and then I have this container that's got overflow of blocks. And when I do card buffets, I have 6 cards. So I have 6 tables going, so I need all of these blocks. And then we have, these are for upcoming, I'll be making these for craft fairs. And then this is how I store all my 6x6s. Those I found at Michael's and on Amazon. So it's very nice. This is just an extra box of stuff. So it's really nice to keep that all organized and labeled too. I don't have to hunt for everything. I can just go look at a label and I can find the paper that I want. Oh, look at that, Lisa. More Post-it notes. Let's put that back up there where they belong. That's just junk.
Yeah.
Down here is, these 2 shelves are stuff that I do for craft fairs. So I was already working on Christmas craft fairs. I have like 25 hot chocolate holders all ready to be put together. So I will need like 2 hours one day before a craft fair, and I will have them all set. They're all cut and stamped already. All the tubes are filled. Everything's ready to go. So everything's at my fingertips there too. On the other side is where my stamps are, and that we need to work on yet. But, so just the idea is that we have different shelves for the different stamps. These are all the current ones. We've got that one labeled retired and retired. So now we want to go through, we're going to take a night and we need to rethink all of this, go through and how can we set it up, and we'll try and alphabetize it so it works a little bit better for me. Doing this as long as I have, in my mind, I know what I have, so I don't necessarily always have to have it alphabetized. I can kind of look at the picture, but I want to do this just a little bit better. Okay? One thing that's really nice, guys, I've been doing paper pumpkin for quite a few years, and I found these holders. They're photo holders, 4x6 photo holders. I found this at Michael's. I saw somebody else had done this online. And let's see, Mary, can you get that open? There we go. And then each one just fits in here. So everything after I'm done with the paper pumpkin, all the extra supplies in the stamp set are right in there. So I have them all in chronological order, oldest to newest. So I have 4 of them, and I have just recently stopped doing the paper pumpkins because only for me, I'm finding that I like my own cards better. I don't sell as many of the kit cards. That's just my personal choice, and I'm not using these, so I may part with those someday. But that's a great way to store those. Those are just a bin of extra boxes and things like that. And this is just a little container of little stamps I've collected over the years. The little single ones. So that's about it for that. I use, anytime I can find any cabinet or anything like that, that would help me organize something and show it up. We found this at a local Goodwill store, and it works nice. So I keep kind of all my sayings for stamp sets that have sayings. I can keep those all there and come running out. If I'm having a class and so, like my little bunny, and somebody said, hey, Mary, do you have a different saying that says this or that? We can just run through here and quick look at it. So that's kind of nice. I picked up this. I've been using my other card rack, but before I got that big card rack, I picked this up at Michael's on a really good deal. And so that's kind of a fun way to display and store some of my cards too. This, you'll laugh. Again, any kind of containers work. This, folks, was a bread container back when you had bread machines. And yeah, and you know what it holds great? Embossing folders. So it's awesome. So I know what's in there. This one has some spare dies. Typically, let me go back to one of my stamp sets. Typically, has this one got one in? Yes. What I do when I get my dies, if there's a die that goes with the stamp set, I buy the 5x7 magnetic sheets and I put the dies right in there, in the case with the stamp. And then I put their paperwork back here. And so it's all held in one. So that's the best organizing, because I found that the dies don't always have the exact same name as the stamp set. And I didn't know which ones went with what. So I saw this, a friend of mine was doing this, and I took that and I ran with it. I love that. So these are just some extra ones, and also some extra embossing folders. This might be something that I have to redo soon because I don't really like that. That's not perfect enough for Mary. All right. So this little organization station, my husband built for me. So we took these 12 by 12 holders. So it's a 3-drawer one, right? So I bought 5 of them. And then what we did was we just put the 3 down there, put a whiteboard on there, fill this in, another whiteboard, and voila, I've got a shelving unit. And everything's all at my fingertips. My 2 big cut and embosses. And this is the lunch bag from Stampin' Up! Did you know that it fits perfectly as a holder for the mini cut and emboss? My girlfriend Jenna told me about that, and I had to order it right away. I did not need another lunch bag, but I did want a holder for that. And then this was just a little rack that I had found, and I can store some flat stuff there and some of our boards that we have. So those are all in there. Then if we go over here, cabinets, I don't need to show you everything that's in there, but my husband built these for me out of PVC. This one's my wobbly one for my ribbon. And again, yes, you have to pull it off, but it is easy to turn it around and see what color ribbon do I have. So that is really cool. I like that a lot. I use that all the time. Then it also, when it's rummage sale time, I know what I really want to get rid of because I haven't touched it for 2 years. So this cabinet, now down here, I'm going to show you, it looks a little messy, but it's in my organized mess. I know what it is. These are just spare bags. When I do events, those bags are filled, and they're easy to carry in and out with the 31 totes. I love them. This is something that I've added to my collection. We can do cash and carry for all of our adhesives. So I take this to all of my events, and when I have my card buffets, Like the last one, we used black Stampin' Dimensionals. A lot of the ladies didn't know they had black. They wiped me out. They wanted glue. They wiped me out. So this is a great holder, and it looks nice, and it's great for holding all of this, and it's easy for me to travel with. So I take that along. I do still have one of the old Big Shots, so I have a little case for that. Those are projects for Christmas that I'll be working on, that I will continue on through the year. And even behind that, there's a couple empty containers there, but I'm working on ornaments, so that just stays out. And then last but not least, I have a great setup now for all of my inks. We just did this recently. Here's another one of those containers, so if I've got a little overflow of stuff, I can keep that there. Here are some things that I worked, that I'm doing for my craft fair coming up, so those are nice and out in the open for me. But we have the ink storage. Lisa, what's that? What's that, the name of this?
Stampin' Storage.
Stampin' Storage. So I did invest in those. Now these were a little bit pricier, but they are a great storage option. You know, before Stampin' Up! Had a great spinning rack, but it just took up a lot of room. So I did invest in this. And it fit all the old style. When they came up with the new one, you had to purchase these little biscuits that went in there. Well, again, I have this crafty husband, this wonderful husband who's retired. So he has made these for us. So they just slide in the back, and then these fit in perfectly. So there's a little biscuit in the back there that holds
Can't really see it, but
probably not.
you get the gist.
Yeah, but that goes right in there. We have this all divided up so nicely. We have all of the families, and they're alphabetized. And if there's any reason I can't find out, like this one is backwards, look at that. Mary. If I don't know where something's supposed to go, I can always look back at my drawer right across the room there and see which family it went in, because I've got that all on the outside. I've got all my duplicates over there. So the current families, the current colors, I did not get rid of them because sometimes in classes I need to have a couple stamp pads. So I kept all of those. And then above here we kept all the re-inkers that go right along with the stamp pads. So if I'm looking for the balmy blue, I know it's going to be in this half of the container there. Here we have all of my markers fit perfectly. That do not go into. Me. Yeah, let me get that out from behind you. That don't fit in along here because I don't have marker storage there. They fit perfectly in there. That's the case they come in. We've got all of my blends here. Also, they are sorted by family and alphabetized. Those are easy to come in and out of. These are all the in colors. All of their Stampin' Right markers. And here's some extra more duplicates again. They're re-inkers. And then we've got a little extra storage on these things. And then, so I love that a lot. That has made it so easy also. I can find my inks right away. I can put them back right away. I know where they have to go. And then the last thing that I have in here that I think everybody should have is actually a bulletin board. It's really nice because I've got papers hanging. Do you know what? I was supposed to go to convention 2 years ago. Well, it got canceled. I keep my paperwork from Delta, so I know, what my numbers were because I have till the end of this year to reuse that flight. So things that I want to keep on here, if somebody purchased a gift certificate and I need to keep track of how much they have coming yet, things like that. I just signed up for an event coming up in Utah. Things that I want, they're right at my fingertips, and I keep them right up on the bulletin board. So that is Mary's craft room organized. And again, it did not look like this just 6 months ago. It has really transformed with the help of my great organizing friend, Lisa. And it's just wonderful. And I really appreciate all her help. And I really can't say enough about being organized. You want to run a good business, be organized. You want to save yourself some time, be organized. That I can't say it enough, but I really hope you enjoyed some of our tips. I hope you can take something away from this and it can help you to be a little bit more organized and save some time in your life. So thank you so much for joining us at Mary's Craft Room tonight with Lisa and Mary. Lisa, yep, there's Lisa's hand. So have a great night and get out there and organize your stuff.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.